Prime Minister on a historic day between two nations. This mission to Italy, last visit of an Indian Prime Minister mission. Prior to this, 1 year, 2026 years, and today with this visit, not only this gap, but we have decided our relationship will be a very swift journey. In 2023, I traveled to New Delhi, and on that note, we have our strategic partnership 2029. Action plan by 2020. We are further relationship and partnership highest in the relations between two nations. I think it is safe to set, now we are closer than ever, relations. Hakenats. Expressing their fullest potential. This is something which, of course, ministers and diplomats have different, productive systems one another, as proved by the fact that over the past three, that I have seen Premfalti melodies, Danavai, Danas Milingden and Melio, I guess Pam in us ballet. Decades. Based on respect and mutual trust. I have personally learned the vision of the Prime Minister, citizens, government, and I think friendship of this relationship has very much helped us in achieving completely honest relations. As I was saying, today's a historic event because foreign is is 20 billion by 2029. This is a very ambitious target, which can be achieved also by taking advantage of the potential standing between the EU and India. This is a target that can be achieved also because our economic and productive ecosystems are highly complementary to one another. Size such as combined manufacturing, says API, business investments, quality implementation, industrial corporations, industrial operations. At this point, we are exploring all this. Wow. We're also engaging India's initiative center, Hatcher, system, startups, and research institutes, and speaking innovation. Mentioned joint efforts. India's largest revolution of area can be responsible and focused on the human being. We believe that regulation, rules, and security go hand in hand so that artificial intelligence has its positive potential by meeting the needs citizens have. Mention that we have this India organized equally between Otakia Rea, Otakia and Ordan Baria Pakaib Samir Kumaristak.
Two countries in many other sectors, and we have broadly discussed them to today as well as last night. Advanced manufacturing, infrastructure, energy, space, economy, defense. This is a cooperation sector we are working hard on, and also critical minerals, industry, maritime, transportation, tourism, and culture. Some old civilization. The MOUs, which going to be signed today, fall under this path name and strengthen our cooperation in a wide spectrum of sectors. And today's world will be made even richer after these statements to the press by the meeting among some of the main recent of the business world, both from Italy and India. We want to have an exchange of views with them in order to understand how to better improve the synergy between the production sectors and the industrial world. And as far as we are concerned, in order to be able to attract more direct investments. And then we know very well the strength of the relationship between two countries is not only measured by the depth of the political relationship and in terms of economic figures, but it is also indicated by the ability to bring our populations together to be able to create opportunities for mutual knowledge. That is why we decided to launch the Italy-India Year of Culture Tourism for 2027, which is a unique opportunity to have our central ancient cultures develop dialogue and make them more and more connected. We have another feature in common. We are two peninsulars, two platforms which are projected in crucial areas of the world, the Mediterranean and Indo-Pacific region. We think that strengthening the interconnection between these two important areas is of utmost importance. That's the reason why we want to further develop what is known as the infrastructure corridor, an economic corridor between Europe, the Middle East, and India, which was established during the G20 summit, which during the G20. This initiative we strongly believe in because we think that it can have a potential and wonderful potential for our trade, for our businesses, in our relations. Italy and India share a joint vision on many of the huge challenges of our times: international stability, protecting rules, economic security, the resilience of the value chain, peace, inclusive development. And we discussed many of the complex scenarios we are faced with. We talked about Ukraine. We talked about our commitment to achieve lasting and fair peace. As to beyond in crisis, we exchanged our views. We joined the main hope that the negotiations, peace negotiations, will continue and be and reach a positive conclusion framework. We are critical and shaky in that we are increasingly interconnected, and Italy and India will continue to play the role. We shall not maintain the fact that it is extremely important to our freedom of navigation in the Indo-Pacific region is where we share the same vision of a free, inclusive, and open Indo-Pacific, and Italy and India will continue to play their roles. Italy and India will play their roles, possibly together, to contribute to peace and stability. So, dear Prime Minister, thank you very much again for being here. This visit of yours is an honor for us and opens a new page in the relations with our country. It is not going to be the last one in this long book that you are writing together with resolution doing work in which is diligence, which means hard work, constant commitment, and a fatigue world, which I know is very useful in India, and of you, Farah, which Relations in this way, hard work, which became success. And thank you very much.
Your Excellency, Prime Minister Meloni, delegates from both countries, media friends, namaskar, media journal. I express my heartfelt gratitude to Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni for the grand welcome given to me and my delegation. Rome is worldwide, as known worldwide as the Eternal City. In India, my Lok Sabha constituency is also considered an eternal and everlasting city. When two civilizations meet, the conversation is not limited to just agendas. It reflects the debate of this, of the history, and the of is the friendship. Friends, I have had the opportunity to meet Prime Minister Meloni several times over the past 3 years. This reflects the close cooperation and harmony between India and Italy. Under his leadership, our relations have gained new momentum, new direction, and new confidence, I am delighted that we are upgrading our relationship and announcing a special strategic partnership. Friends, in today's meeting, we discussed in detail how to further our future partnership. The Italy Joint Strategic Action Plan 2025 to 2029 provides a practical and a futuristic framework for our partnership. We are progressing on this in a timely manner and our joint efforts are rapidly moving towards a target of 20 billion euros in bilateral trade. More than 800 Italian companies present in India are becoming active partners in India's and India's growth story. It is clear from today's business forum that business leaders from both countries have a new enthusiasm, new confidence, and new ambition. Italy is known globally for design and precision. India is recognized as a house of passion, hope, and a talent and affordable innovation. Therefore, we will move forward on the principle of design and develop in India and Italy and deliver for the world. From fashion to fintech, leather to logistics, mobility to to manufacturing, will combine our strengths in every field to work for the benefit I express my special gratitude to Prime Minister Meloni for Italy's support in concluding the India-EU EFTA Abashmar. We will work together to ensure its implementation so that the business community can reap its full benefits. Friends, technology and innovation are the engines of our partnership. There is immense potential for our cooperation in areas such as AI, quantum space, and civil nuclear energy. We are working on the India-Italy Innovation Center to connect the startups, research centers, and industries from both Maharashtra countries. Friends, close cooperation in the areas of defense and security is a symbol of our deep mutual trust. Cooperation is growing between our militaries as well as our defense industries. Oh, Hassan. Our defense industrial roadmap has paved the way for co-development and production. As maritime powers close cooperation in the field of connectivity between India and Italy is natural. We will work together on shipping, ports, modernization, logistics, and the blue economy, economy. We also discussed expanding our win-win partnership to third countries, Wagispa countries. Moving forward in this direction, we agreed to work on concrete projects in Africa. Friends, India and Italy are unanimous that terrorism poses a serious challenge to humanity. Our joint initiative against terror financing has set an important A for the world. India and Italy have sent a clear message that responsible democracies not only condemn terrorism, but also take concrete steps to disrupt its financial networks, called MUTEX. We have in constant contact regarding tensions in Ukraine, West Asia, and other issues. India's view is clear that all problems must be resolved through dialogue and diplomacy. Friends, our historical, cultural, and people-to-people ties are reflected in both countries at every step. There is a growing interest in Indian art, yoga, Ayurveda, and cuisine in Italy, and is still in Italy. Ancient languages like Sanskrit and Latin come from the same language family. This demonstrates that our relationship is not just about diplomacy, but also about shared heritage. Next year, the Year of Culture will be celebrated to mark the 80th anniversary of India-Italy relations. This will further strengthen our cultural ties. The large number of people of Indian origin live in Italy is a vibrant link in our relationship. I sincerely thank Prime Minister Meloni and the Italian people for their care. The Migration and Mobility Partnership Agreement signed 3 years ago has increased the movement of people between our two countries. We will continue this cooperation. Excellency, I once again express my heartfelt gratitude for today's very useful meeting and for your chair. On behalf of 1.4 billion Indians, I once again invite you to visit India. Thank you very much. Well